Okay, that'll work. All right, they're doing some pregame recognition, seniors, wrestlers, and so they haven't started the 15-minute clock, so we're going to be a little delayed. Thank you.
And Tyler Malone, son of Sarah Malone and Tim Mitchell. Next will be our dance team. First, Grace Arnett, daughter of Nathan and Lauren Arnett. Abigail Banks, daughter of Kevin and Dave Banks. Hannah Kane, daughter of Benjamin and Toby Kane. Valen Carney, daughter of Brent and Christina Carney. Brittany Chin, daughter of Dr. Chin and Jeremy Watkins and Lisa Chin. And Adeline Wagner, daughter of Brandon Fairchild. All right, our cheer team. You're good. No one's going to block me. Brianna Bechtel, daughter of Ryan and David Bechtel. Ashley Jackson, daughter of Molly and Angela Jackson. Maureen Sizemore, daughter of Aaron and Sarah Sizemore. And Caitlin Waller, daughter of Tim and Trish Waller. Now our boys basketball. First, Hayden Biddle, son of Nathan and April Biddle. Lane Berkey, son of Ryan and Marcy Berkey. Maddox Crane, son of Jason and Dana Crane. Dave Lustenberger, son of Dave and Kelly Lustenberger. Rob Chastain, son of Mark and Sandra Chastain. Adam Vandersville, son of Kyle and Sherry Vandersville. And Caden Hawkins, son of Shane and Karen Hawkins. Our senior band members were recognized in the fall, but let's give them a big hand for their hard work and support of the game. The girls' basketball team was recognized in one of their home games. They're going to compete for a regional championship this Friday night at Massac County. Once again, thank you all our senior athletes and their families for continuing a strong tradition of excellence at Carterville High School. Congratulations, seniors.
Hey, Brian, they're done with the ceremonies. They're just mopping down the floor, so you can roll the open anytime. Hey, good evening to you. Happy Tuesday. It's Dave McKenzie. Happy Valentine's Day, Scott Hudson. I should have brought you flowers.
Well, I'm just glad you didn't say you were going to I'm glad you didn't do what you said you were going to do, which was dress up as Cupid. I was a little concerned about that, but you made the right decision. But yes, happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies out there, and we've got basketball on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's the perfect gift, I think. It doesn't, at least for a guy, it doesn't get any better than this for Valentine's Day.
It doesn't.
As senior night here at Carterville, the Harrisburg Bulldogs in town, and Scott, I mean, you've been through it, I've been through it. An emotional night. We talk about it all the time.
Yeah, senior night is one of those nights where, and we talked about it during Carterville football when they had senior night. It is more emotional for parents on that day or on that night than it is really for the kids, because it's the parents who have raised those kids. At one point you think, well, this day's never going to get here, and boom, it gets here real quick. For the football team on senior night, they knew they were going to have a few games left at home. But for this Carterville Lions basketball team, this is the last game these seniors will play on this court. There is no subsectional here. There is no sectional here. So once this game is over tonight, this is the last time these seniors will play on this floor.
Both teams are out on the floor. But yeah, we had senior presentations just moments ago. Wrestling, Riley Bradford was, of course he's a senior, but he was acknowledged because he set a school record in wrestling for the number of wins and the number of pins in a season. He had an unbelievable wrestling career. Our Carterville Lions, although they didn't advance past sectionals over the weekend, just a great season. The girls bowling has advanced to state up at Rockford coming up this weekend. Congratulations to the girls and Coach Kirchner and Coach Batchelor. They've had a great season. Man, this Carterville school this year has just excelled in athletics from the beginning of the season all the way until now.
Very consistent, very consistently good, I guess is what I should say. There has been a lot of people behind the scenes that have put the effort forward to make sure these athletes, whether it be the girls or the boys, do the best they can. So, if you're a Carterville Lions fan, you can't ask for much more than what you've seen this year on the field, on the court, whether it be cheer, football, basketball, wrestling. I mean, Riley Bradford, that doesn't, I know this may sound crazy, but it doesn't surprise me. I watched him pin kids all year long on the football field.
Exactly.
So, but it has been a great school year to date.
And not only do they excel on the playing field, but they excel in the classroom as well. I love our district. I love our Carterville Lions, and that's always fun to get to see. Hey, getting set for Carterville as they're hosting Harrisburg tonight. This is our Children's Orthodontics pregame show. We're going to go on and take our first break, and when we come back, I had a chance to talk to head coach Shane Hawkins moments ago. It's coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
Hey guys, go ahead, Dave, go ahead and take your quality level down to the next one down. We were seeing severe to moderate delay on there, so go from highest to higher. That should help.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you want me to try the high setting? Okay, that's fine. Well, if we need to do anything, let me know.
Back at Carterville High School, our Jewelers Orthodontics pregame show continues, and it's senior night here at Carterville. Also, Saturday was a special night for one of our Carterville players, and we didn't realize it till after the game. Here's Coach Shane Hawkins joining us here on a pregame show.
Go back to the Vanguard game. Actually, let's go back to your high school play. No, all right. I'm going to test your memory with two things. What's your wedding anniversary date? 8/9. Very well. You spitted that. Now, you jumped that one right out there because I was going to lead it to we didn't get to recognize Caden for his 1,000-point on Saturday because we needed 2 free throws and put in a 32 in the game. But a career 1,000 score just like Bob.
Yeah, man, it's cool. And these guys have had, if they would have had a normal high school, they would have had 3 of them. With the COVID season, we had 15 games, and most guys were playing most of them different than the South games. And then, Peyton missed 5 games last year at the beginning. So it's just kind of been that, you don't want a guy with missed games. And, but it's cool. It's to see, to have individual players hit milestones like that is really cool. And he's the second one that we've had since we've been here 7 years, something like that. This senior, he was in the COVID year where he would then obviously in the school year was over. It's kind of, it's kind of marking, looking at putting a player and put yourself in kind of that company. But at the same time, I think there's a lot of players who have played high school and college who haven't been to 1,000 points, but were really good players. And there's been, let's be honest, there's been some kids who have gotten over 1,000. I'm not saying here, but you see it all the time. There's guys who get 1,000 points or 1,500 or 2,000 points that are just okay. It's maybe they're big or they play in a really bad area. But it is nice when you can recognize guys like that.
He's going to be honored here tonight.
Yeah. I think when you're close as a player, I don't know how long he was, how close he was, but you had, in your mind, you kind of look at the season he's had, and it's kind of felt he hadn't been getting close somewhere. And I don't know if he knew exactly where he was. I don't think he did. I think he knew he was kind of pretty close, but I don't know if he had the exact number. It's one thing. It's one thing, right? You can kind of maybe look back and play for the rest and kind of move on. And I don't think he ever kind of playing towards that. I think he's playing, he's part of the way. Sometimes he does have those chance of minutes to see him fight on the score. So I think he's very proud to win.
Tonight, senior night, Harrisburg's here. Senior night, it's a big night.
It is. I think we talked about it Saturday night. Can't remember. There's 4 games you remember. Remember the first game you started. Remember your career high. Remember senior night. And remember the last game. So this is kind of for a couple of guys. It'll be 2 of them. They'll get senior night. They'll get to start for the first time. So it'll be kind of magical to get that experience tonight at the same time, which is really cool. We're fortunate enough that the conference has dropped out and the Masters not a conference game. We know there's a chance we can play Harrisburg again next week.
Go to commercial after this.
It matters. It's not even
We'll do after the break.
So, we want to start some guys tonight that we know we're going to start.
So, that leads me. When are you going to start tonight?
Yeah, we'll start Maddox, Crane, and we'll start Max Chastain. Those 2 are going to start.
15-month CD at 2.5% APY today. People's National Bank, member FDIC. Annual percentage yield accurate as of September 27th, 2022. $500 to open and obtain APY.
Is anybody else playing tonight?
Murfreesboro's playing tonight. They're playing Wayne City. I don't know why.
Wow.
I think, is Marion playing tonight? I know for sure Murfreesboro is.
Okay. Hey, everybody online. Good evening to you. Hey, welcome back to Carterville High School. Happy Tuesday. Happy Valentine's to you and to yours this evening as the school song being played here on senior night. Scott Hudson for these Carterville Lions. Harrisburg, let's talk about Harrisburg tonight. The Bulldogs come in under 500, 11-15 overall. Carterville 22-6 on the season. What's interesting about this matchup is we could be facing this very same Bulldog team 8 days from now in our first playoff game, postseason game.
Yeah, and even though this isn't a conference game, even though the seedings have already come out for the subsectionals, this is an important game just for that reason. Because if Harrisburg comes in here tonight, pulls the upset, they've got all the momentum next Wednesday night at home. To me, this is why this is a big game for Carterville. You've already beaten them once. Now impose your will on them tonight and maybe take some doubt out of, the ability for them to think that maybe they could beat you next Wednesday night if that matchup does happen.
That last matchup was at the El Dorado Holiday Tournament.
Yeah, and at that time, Harrisburg had just lost, I think, in the second round. Well, they first beat McLean's Hamilton County in overtime. Then they lost to Heron, who ended up winning the tournament in overtime. So they had 2 overtime games, won one, lost one, and then we were talking when Carterville had to play Harrisburg on the air. One of the assistant coaches for Harrisburg was sitting right in front of us, and we made the comment that this might be, the best team in the tournament that hasn't won a game. And this is a very dangerous Harrisburg team. They only lost to Massac a little over a week ago by 4 points at Massac, and we know what Massac did to Carterville here on Saturday night, a couple weeks ago. So this is a very dangerous team. Their player you gotta control. Cameron Andy, the 6'3" junior, good size for a guard. He can flat out shoot it, and if he's allowed to shoot freely tonight, Carterville's going to have their hands full.
Both teams back out on the floor and getting just a couple of minutes away from the starting lineups in the tip-off. We're going to go on and take our final break here on our Childers Orthodontics postgame show. Stay with us. When we come back, we will have those starting lineups, special recognition for one of our players, and the tip-off. It's coming up next on News Radio WJPF. Yeah. Yeah. I screwed up just a little bit. They're gonna do Caden's presentation, then the anthem. So I want to be on for Caden's presentation, then we'll go to the break. Sorry about that. Oh, SIU. Yeah. Okay. So that's under 2 to play in the game or in the half? Wow.
Guess they're going to do the anthem first, I'm assuming.
Welcome back to Carterville High School as we're just a couple of minutes away from the starting lineups and the tip-off. A couple of special presentations taking place here before the anthem and the lineups. All-state cheerleader is being recognized from Carterville, which is outstanding. Ed Smith on the PA. Now, we talked about this a few minutes ago. Scott Hudson, Riley Bradford was outstanding on the football field this year, and he had just an unbelievable wrestling senior season. He set the school record for pins with wins, 31, and the number of pins in a season as well, school record, and just outstanding. And you got to remember, back in the Murdale tournament, in his first match, he dislocated his shoulder, popped it back in, wore a brace to keep it in place, and wound up winning the Murdale tournament in his weight division. Unbelievably tough.
Well, that just shows you how tough a kid he is. He's got a high pain threshold, and you look at the year he had in football as part of that great Carterville team, and then to go just a month or so after that, start his wrestling season and do what he did there. I don't know that there's any athlete right now in this high school that's had as much success individually or as a team with a team as Riley Bradford has.
Absolutely. Right now, the girls bowling team is being recognized as they are advancing to the state tournament. It's going to take place up at Rockford this weekend. They finished third in sectionals this past weekend, and it's the first time the girls bowling team will head to state, and that's quite an accomplishment for Coach Kirchner and Coach Batchelor.
Well, what it does with groups like this, the kids that are in grade school, they look up to these athletes. They want to emulate them. They want to be like them when they get in high school. So that's where you have all that turnover where athletes want to be just like them once.
In our final presentation, for Caden Hawkins, who Saturday hit for 37 points in the game, and after the game, after our broadcast was done, we get a message that, hey, Caden hit his 1,000th point when he hit 32 in the game. He was at the line. He went hit 2 free throws for his 31st, 32nd point, and that was his 1,000th point. Congratulations to Caden Hawkins.
And you have to remember, he didn't play last November, December, or half of January and still got it.
We're going to take our final break. We'll come back. Lineups and tip next on News Radio WJPF. Welcome back to Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson alongside here on News Radio WJPF. If you would also like to watch the game, you can head over to YouTube. Just search Harrisburg Bulldogs at Carterville Lions. You can throw in February 14th. You can search Dave McKenzie. You can search Scott Hudson, and I bet it pops up on YouTube. Did you know that? I bet if you was to search your name, it would pop up as well.
Hope it's not on the police report.
It could be. It could be. Well, we can see your picture at the post office.
That's right.
Too, so you want to know. Hey, the starting lineups are being announced now for the visitors here this evening. The Harrisburg Bulldogs, 11-15 on the season, and Coach Andy Fehrenbacher will go with the 6'3" junior, number 4, Cameron Andy. Number 12, the 5'11" senior, Miles Crank. The 6'5" senior, number 22. I think the coach knows his kid, Charlie Fehrenbacher. Also, you have the 6'3" senior, Nate Lawrence, and the 6'3" senior, Andrew Unthing. It'll be for Coach Fehrenbacher, Andy, Crank, Fehrenbacher, Lawrence, and Unthing. I was just looking back when we were talking about the El Dorado Holiday Tournament. That's the game I didn't get to do because it was the day game.
Right.
But that was a nice win for the Lions over this team.
Well, it was, because it was an game at 8:30 in the morning.
Yes.
You know, Carterville had just gotten some bad news right before that game, and Carterville went out and played a great game and beat a very good Harrisburg team at the time. And the one thing Carterville's got to be concerned with is, as I mentioned earlier, Andy. He's the guy that can beat you single-handedly. Unthink is a big, thick body on the inside. Carterville's going to have to make sure they hit the boards tonight.
And the bad news that Scott was referencing was when we found out that J.P. Barrington had passed away just moments before tip-off there at the El Dorado Holiday Tournament for that 8:30 game. Coach Shane Hawkins, senior night, switching it up a little bit, and you heard him talk about on his my interview with him moments ago. Caden got the start senior night last year, as did Peyton Biddle, so they're not starting tonight, and he's going with the starting lineup tonight, a 5'9" senior, number 2, Maddox Crane. The 5'10" senior, number 3, Brock Chastain. He's getting the start, and then he'll go with Blake Berkey, number 12, Adam Vanderzil, the 6'2" senior, number 30, and Cade Lustenberger, the 6'5" senior, wears number 40. Crane, Chastain, Berkey, Vanderzil, Lustenberger, the starting 5 for Coach Shane Hawkins.
Yeah, and Crane plays quite a bit. I call him instant offense when he comes off the bench. Chastain has played more lately in games against Trico and Vandalia. So it's not like, oh no, here we go, what do I do? I'm starting tonight. These guys can play ball even though they don't get as much minutes as the other seniors.
Harrisburg is in their black uniform with the purple numbers outlined in white. We appreciate the outlining in white. The Lions in their home whites here this evening with the blue, dark blue numbers here. And senior night, we had a nice dinner. We had spaghetti and breadsticks, and that's better than pizza and popcorn, buddy.
I'm glad you had to drag me out of there, but I'm glad you did, because I want to watch this game.
I know.
I kept going by the dessert table about 4 or 5 times, and somebody said, "Are you lost?" I said, "No, I just can't decide what I want."
I get it, buddy. I get it. I got your back, man. Hey, both teams are out there. The officials are ready. Hey, thank you for tuning in to Lions basketball here on this Tuesday night, Valentine's night, as the Lions start things off winning the tip, and they're moving left to right on your radio dial. Blake Berkey has the ball, looks inside to Cade Lustenberger. He controls and dribbles out left of the circle, drives off the block, reverses, kicks it to Maddox Crane. Now it's Vanderzil that has it. Baseline drive by Adam, finds a wide open Blake Berkey, left corner. That 3 no good, and the rebound pulled down by Miles Crane. Quickly the other way into the front court. Fehrenbacher dishes it to the left corner, driving the hole. The left-hand layup is good from Cameron Andy.
Well, that's what he can do. He can only hit the 3, but he's so lanky that he can get inside and score over you.
Blake Berkey has his shot blocked, but it winds up with Adam Vanderzil, who gets the easy layup, ties the game at 2.
Vanderzil's always around the basket, always around the basketball, and he got an easy stick in.
Miles Crank now with the basketball. They feed it down low. The ball's on the floor, and the first turnover of the game belongs to the Harrisburg Bulldogs. Here come the Lions. Open 3 from Chastain. God, on senior night for Brock Chastain.
You don't think he'll remember that the rest of his life?
comes into the game averaging about a half a point a game, and he hit a 3 here on his first shot of the night. Lions up 5-2. Harrisburg with the basketball. Here's Andy, top of the circle, dribbles with the right hand. 17-footers, no good. Rebound from Blake Berkey for the Lions. Lions bring it the other way, into the front court, corner right. Now it's Crane, top of the key. Lustenberger's 3, it's no good. Rebound, Cameron Andy, and the outlet pass now to Miles Crank. Crank to Andy. Andy's going to launch the 3 off the front of the iron. Long rebound is with Crank. He takes it to the hole, misses the layup, gets a rebound put up and good from Andrew Unthink.
Unthink, as I mentioned in the pregame, he is a big boy. He's going to be hard to move out of there.
The 6'3 senior wears number 40 for the Bulldogs. It's a 5-4 ball game. Blake Berkey takes it to the block, gets the defender on his hip, and rolls that one home. Blake Berkey in the scorebook with 2. Lines up 7-4.
Berkey had 2 excellent games this past weekend.
Yes, he did. 12 on Saturday against Vandalia. So Harrisburg with the basketball. Fehrenbacher holds up just off the elbow right. Nice backdoor feed. The shot is no good, but a foul will be called on the Carterville Lions.
I don't know how they got that pass down to the baseline without Carterville picking it off. I mean, it was a pinpoint pass.
The foul called on Carterville's Maddox Crane. That's the first team foul in the game as Miles Crank misses the free throw at the other end of the floor.
That'd be a good name for a baseball player, Miles Crank.
Miles Crank, yep.
He probably plays baseball. Harrisburg's baseball program's always been good.
Been amazing. Second from Crank off the top of the backboard, and the rebound is pulled down by Blake Berkey. He brings it across midcourt himself. 5:15 remaining, Lions up 3. It's 7-4 here on senior night from Carterville, the last home game of the season. 3 from Maddox Crane, no good, and it's Andy that gets the rebound. He takes it himself into the front court, bounce pass to Unthank. His 3 from the left corner is no good, but he gets his own rebound. Pulls up from the elbow. That's Andy's jumper is no good. Rebound in the paint, put back is good for Nate Lawrence.
They've already got 4 offensive rebounds, and that was one thing that, you know, I was really concerned about coming into this game, that and the rebound that came out to Unthank, it just came out to him. Carterville did not go get a loose ball on the floor.
The foul is called on Nate Lawrence as the Lions were bringing the ball into the front court. Lustenberger toward the corner right now, crosses over, jumper from 15. Can't get that to go, and the rebound is Andy for the Bulldogs. Outlet pass ahead to Unthank. He is able to grab it. Nice feed to Andy, and he gets the dunk the other way. Nice pass from Unthank to Cameron Andy. 4 in the game for Andy, and the Bulldogs take their first lead of the game, 8-7.
Andy's got too much room to roam right now.
He can be a handful driving. Shot blocked from behind, coming in slapping. It may have been Nate Lawrence. Is he going to be on number 32? It is. That's going to be number 2 on Mr. Lawrence from Harrisburg. And Cade Lustenberger now is at the line. He's going to be shooting 2 free throws. Cade averaging 12 points a game and misses the first. That game against Vandalia, Cade finished in double digits with 10. Out goes Maddox Crane, out goes Brock Chastain. Brock getting that 3 here on his senior night, gets a big hand slap from his teammates on the bench. It's fun to watch. Cade's second free throw is good. So Carterville's up, or tied the game now, 8-8. Into the front court is Miles Crank. Double team there, but he finds Fehrenbacher. Fehrenbacher from top, 3 straight away, no good. Unthank the rebound, put back no good. Wrong rebound is controlled by Caden Hawkins as he's back onto the floor along with Peyton Biddle. Hawkins to Vanderzil. Vanderzil head fake, dishes it to Hawkins, top of the key. He drives in just off the elbow. Skip pass right side. Vanderzil's 3's no good. Rebound controlled by Miles Crank for the Bulldogs. He's into the front court quickly. Unthank has it, dribbles it, now dishes it to Fehrenbacher. He drives into Lustenberger. Now Unthank in the paint to the corner, baseline drive, no foul, and the bucket is good for Ross Ryder. for the Bulldogs. They're up 2. It's 10-8. Lions ball, though. Top of the key. Caden Hawkins, 37 on Saturday against Vandalia. His first shot of the game, no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Fehrenbacher of the Bulldogs. There's just 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. 10-8 ball game. They dish it in to Andy at the free throw line. He looks for the bounce pass to Fehrenbacher. Fehrenbacher's jumper's no good. Rebound, Unthank misses the bunny. And a foul on Carterville's Adam Vanderzil is going to be team foul number 2 on the Lions.
Unthank already has 4 offensive rebounds, and we haven't even played a quarter yet. Rebounding is nothing more than outworking your opponent. Getting position. I don't care if they're taller than you, thicker than you. It's all about hard work.
It's about getting them on your hip, get them on your back, and you just have to box them out, force them out of the lane. 9 times out of 10, if there's a foul called, it's going to be the guy that's on your back.
Exactly.
Unthank missed the first free throw. His second rims out as well. And Cade Lustenberger gets the board. Dishes it to Hawkins. Hawkins bounce pass down low to Berkey. Berkey turned around off the glass and good for Blake Berkey. 4 for Blake. Ties us up at 10. 2:30 remaining.
Berkey did a nice job of adjusting his shot in midair.
Andy has it. Almost saved it from going out of bounds. Feeds Unthank. Now it's to Crank. Crank puts up the play call for the Bulldogs. They find Fehrenbacher right of the circle. Over toward the left wing. That's Crank. Crank into the paint. Andy backs his man down. Off the glass a little short. Rebound to Unthank. He waits on the defenders, and he gets his field goal there. He's got 4, and it's 12-10 Bulldogs. Down low, backdoor feed from Caden Hawkins to Adam Vanderzil. What a nice fat pass and a beautiful finish.
Great job by Vanderzil to run the baseline and get up high to get that pass.
Ties it at 12 with 1:40 on the clock. 3 from Fehrenbacher from the right side is good. That is the first 3-pointer for the Bulldogs. That puts them up 15-12. Here's Hawkins inside the paint just off the elbow. No good. Rebound controlled by Ross Ryder. Outlet pass to Andy. Right wing 3, head fake on Berkey. Bounce pass top of the key, straightaway 3 from Crank is no good. And there's the first foul. It's going to be called on Unthank for the Bulldogs. He and Adam Vanderzil got tied up in the underneath the rim there.
And I thought that was the right call. Unthank kind of gave Vanderzil a shove in the back.
Unthank comes out of the game after that foul, as does Charlie Fehrenbacher. Lions have it, though. Lustenberger, step back 3 from the left wing. That's a little bit short. Ball's on the floor, and the rebound picked up by Carmelo Downey. Outlet pass to Crank. Crank over to Downey toward the corner right. Nobody steps out on him defensively. Puts up the 3. It's an air ball. Berkey comes away with it. Here comes Peyton Biddle into the front court. Quickly bumps into the defender. High off the glass. No good. And the rebound by Downey for the Bulldogs. Back and forth. 50 seconds remaining. Lions trail by 3. 15-12. Crank drives in on Biddle. Biddle forces the turnover. Here come the Lions the other way. Berkey misses the layup. Oh, he got behind the defender and couldn't finish.
Didn't use the backboard.
15-12, just tried to lay it up over the front of the rim, and it rolled out. So Bulldogs Crank now to Downey. Downey looks inside, gets it to Andy. Andy backs it up with the left-hand dribble. Lustenberger on him defensively. 15 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's 15-12 Harrisburg. Harrisburg 11-15 on the season. Lions 22-6. 5 seconds remain. Andy just off the circle. Left side it goes. Corner left. Carmelo Downey drives, and they can't get the shot off. That will not count as the shot was put up by Ross Ryder, and that ends the first quarter. Lions trail it by 3. Harrisburg is up 15-12 here on NewsRadio WJPF. together.
I cut my fingertips off.
Don't tell me that.
I did. I was using a mandolin.
As we head to the second quarter, Bulldogs are up 15-12 on your Carterville Lions.
Carterville only 31% from the field in the first quarter, 35% for Harrisburg. 33 total shots put up in that first quarter.
Bulldogs have it here coming out of the break, and they have another turnover. Unofficially, number 3. Here comes Caden Hawkins in the paint, finds Biddle, left wing 3 from Peyton, just a little short. Rebound to Crank for the Bulldogs. He'll dribble it across the timeline himself. Finally steps across the logo, crossover dribble on Lusty, feeds it to the post, up high. Now finding Crank left of the circle, to the free throw line, pulls up, now he gets it to the right side. Fehrenbacher drives baseline, kicks it to the corner, and a 3 from Andy's no good. Long rebound, and Lustenberger the board. Backdoor feed to Adam Vanderzil, and he gets the layup. He got behind the defender. 6 for Adam, 15-14 Harrisburg.
Carterville has been very good in recent games of getting a defensive rebound and getting up the floor quickly and beating the opposing team.
Fehrenbacher right side to Crank. Crank around the screen. Bounce pass now to Ross Ryder. Ryder holds the ball ahead, high above his head, now dribbles out to Crank. Crank up top toward the logo. Bounce pass toward the right elbow. Fehrenbacher back to Crank, left wing. Top of the key it goes. Fehrenbacher gets it back, launches the 3 and good. He's got 2 threes in the game, 6 for Charlie Fehrenbacher. 18-14 Bulldog 4-point lead, and Peyton Biddle got mugged in the paint, no call. Andy gets the ball. Lions turn it over the other way, and a foul is called on Blake Berkey. Well, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, there was contact, but the officials didn't call it, and, Biddle went inside, was double teamed, and tried to go up and over Andy, but Andy's 6'3". It's going to be hard for anybody to get up and over him.
Blake Berkey is who picked up the foul. Miles Crank has his first point of the game as he hits it from the free throw line. 19-14, the 5-point Bulldog lead. Crank is the senior, 5'11". Wears number 11, hits the second. 2 for Miles. So a 6-point lead now for the Bulldogs. Caden Hawkins fights his way into the paint. Fadeaway jumper's good for Caden Hawkins. That may get him going. His first field goal comes at the 6-12 mark of the second.
Well, again, I don't think Harrisburg got anybody that can stop Hawkins as long as he can finish in the paint.
They feed Crank. We have a charging foul on Miles Crank as he ran over the Carterville defender. I didn't see who it was.
Hawkins just stood there and took it.
Turnover gives the ball back to the Lions. As coming out of the game is Owen Rand for the Bulldogs. And Crank is out at the bench getting a sip of water as well. Lions have it. Hawkins has an open 3. His jumper's no good. And it's Unthank that gets the rebound. Dishes it to Andy. Andy, front court to Fehrenbacher. Long range 3 off the front of the iron. Ball saved from going out of bounds by Caden Hawkins. Here he comes on the run. In top of the key, in the paint. Left-hand runner, no good. Andy the rebound for the Bulldogs. He'll take it the other way. Works to the left side, left wing, crossover into the paint. Runner with the right hand, air ball. Adam Vanderzil gets the ball. Here comes Caden Hawkins the other way. Into the front court. Biddle to Lusty. 3 for Cade. Good!
Carterville needed that shot in the worst way because they had gone ice cold from the field.
Trail by 1. Bulldogs up 20-19 with the basketball. 5:05 remaining here in the first half. Coming up, we'll have our Bank of Heron halftime report, and the Bulldogs turn it over the other way. 5 turnovers unofficially on Harrisburg.
And Carterville just went to a zone, so I don't know if Harrisburg didn't recognize that or they did and didn't know how to attack it.
Lions can regain the lead here. They trail 20-19. It was 15-12 Harrisburg at the end of the first quarter. Here's Lusty at the right elbow. Now he finds Berkey. Berkey to Hawkins on the right wing. Around the screen from Berkey. Between the leg dribble, gets an opening into the paint. Got the defender in the air. His fadeaway jumper's no good. And Bulldogs get the rebound. Unthink had the board there. So coming into the front court is Carmelo Downey. Oh, to Unthink. Unthink. Left-hand dribble. That is Ross Ryder. Ryder now to the left side to Downey. Downey will dribble it out. And now Fehrenbacher takes over top of the key. Looks inside, slowing the pace here offensively. It was been back and forth, back and forth. Kind of an up-tempo game for both teams. But Harrisburg showing some patience here on this possession. 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Fehrenbacher left side to Downey. Head fake on Biddle from 3. Now it's Unthink that holds. He wouldn't shoot it from out there. He dribbles with the left hand. Crossover. Needs some help. Finds Downey. Fans, Carterville fans saying good defense. Andy bobbled the pass. It winds up with Downey down in the corner. He just flings it to Ryder. Ryder from the free throw line. His jumper's no good, and the putback is good from Andy, I believe.
Yeah, Andy and Unthink were both there. Wasn't a Carterville Lion anywhere around, and Carterville's down by 3 now.
Lusty from the free throw line. His jumper was short, and it is Cameron Andy, the rebound for the Bulldogs. 3:10 remaining. Bulldogs have the 3-point lead, 22-19. Left of the circle, that's Downey. Floats to the left wing. Dribbles around the top. Low pass, but handled by Ryder. Back to Downey. Head fake on his 3. He gets it to Unthink. He steps outside the arc. Gets back between the circles to Downey. Downey left side to Fehrenbacher. Fehrenbacher looks inside for the cutter, holds the ball, skip pass right side to Unthink. He got an opening down the lane. Layup partially blocked by Braden Wakey. Lions come away with it. The turnover on the Bulldogs. Here's Hawkins, down low to Wakey. Wakey dishes it to the corner. Berkey's open 3, good! Blake Berkey with the 3, that gives him 7 in the game. Carterville's tied the game at 22, and a timeout is called by Coach Andy Fehrenbacher. 2:19 showing here in the second quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds on News Radio WJPF. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville. Punctual service, 5-star satisfaction, and the experience that comes from 40 years in business. Find out more, charliesairandheat.com. Also brought to you by Steve and Rich's Barber Styling, full-service salon on Division Street in Carterville. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturday, 8 to 2. Bulldogs come out of the timeout. Crank is back into the game now for Coach Andy Fehrenbacher. He brings the ball with the left-hand dribble, has Peyton Biddle on him defensively. Carterville's matched up man-to-man D-wise. Ball is slapped out of Fehrenbacher's hand. Busy gets it back, puts it off the glass. No good, but rebound tipped up. Unthink the rebound. His shot blocked. Blake Berkey just picked up his second personal foul.
Unthink has 6 offensive rebounds. Carterville's fortunate they're tied in this game. But Unthink has been a man on the boards.
Unthink hits his first free throw of the game. He's got 5 now. SIU knocks off Valpo tonight, 66-62, a 4-point. That's a big road win for the Salukis.
Well, especially after the way they've played on the road recently, and you need to win those games on the road, the ones you're supposed to especially.
24-22, Harrisburg, the 2-point lead on your Carterville Lions. Blake Berkey throws the ball way too hard off the hands of Caden Hawkins the other way. Andy's left hand, the layup no good. Tipped around, Carterville gets it. Nice job, outlet pass the other way. Here's Berkey, the right hand layup is good.
Another case of Carterville just beating the Bulldogs down the floor.
Tied is it at 24 with a minute 29 remaining here in the first half. Coming up, our Bank of Heron halftime show. We'll update scores that we get for tonight. Talk about postseason. Andy drives in, step back three, left side. Little short rebound, Caden Hawkins. Carterville can regain the lead here on this possession. 62 seconds remaining in the half. Berkey's feeling it tonight. His three's no good. Andy gets the rebound for Harrisburg. Will they hold for the final shot?
Well, Carterville, Dave, offensively, they're one and done. Harrisburg's getting a lot of extra opportunities.
Yes, they are. Crank holds, top of the key. Will they hold for the final shot? We shall find out right here. Shane Hawkins pacing the left sideline, hands on his hip. He's wearing a suit jacket and a tie tonight. Scott?
Yeah.
I thought you would tonight as well.
Well, I was going to wear sweats, so you're lucky. I've got what I do.
20 seconds remaining. Harrisburg just holds. Carterville's content to let him hold. That's Crank. It holds it on the logo, right on the other side of the midcourt line. 11-10 remaining. Now it's Andy. Skip pass to Crank. Crank finds Unthank. He baseline drives against Wakey. His shot way short, gets his own rebound. Defense breaks down, and Unthank can't get the bunny at the buzzer, and it keeps the game tied 24-24 as we head to the half. Woo! Bank of Heron halftime show is coming up next here on News Radio WJPF. Okay. Okay, all right. I don't do anything. If I'm not doing a game, I'm doing Logan games, road games for men. So this is all I do.
Well, it's easier now that you don't have the minors.
Well, you say that, and I'm going to be doing something on for the new team that's coming.
Are you? I miss the minors.
Yeah.
I miss it.
Welcome back to Carterville High School on Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you and to yours. Scott Hudson wearing his Valentine's Day boxers tonight.
That's right.
And
hearts for everybody.
Hearts for everybody. But man, this has turned out to be a pretty good ball game. At the end of the first quarter, Bulldogs had a 3-point lead. It was 15-12. And then here at the half, we're tied at 24.
Yeah, not a great shooting half by either team. Carterville, 37%. Harrisburg, 26% from the field. So neither team shooting great. 36% for Harrisburg. 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Carterville. 4 of 8 for the Harrisburg Bulldogs. Also in that first half, Harrisburg missed their last 7 shots from the field, which helped Carterville to be able to tie this game. Rebounding, it's not even close. Harrisburg out-rebounded Carterville 28-11. They were led in rebounding by Unthank, who had 8. And Andy had 8 as well. For Carterville, Lustenberger, Hawkins, and Berkey all had 3. 5 turnovers for Harrisburg, 1 for Carterville. But again, Dave, it was the poor shooting first half by Carterville that has kept them from having a lead, but then Harrisburg went cold, so that's why we're tied.
When you look at the scoring, starting with the Harrisburg Bulldogs, they have 3 with 6. That's Andy Fehrenbacher and Andrew Unthank, 2 for Nate Lawrence, 2 for Ross Ryder, and 2 for Miles Crank. 24 first half points for the Harrisburg Bulldogs. Carterville led by the 9 from Blake Berkey, 3 from Brock Chastain. Also Caden Hawkins with 2. Adam Vanderzil had a nice first half, 6 for Adam and 4 from Cade Lustenberger.
Yeah, and I misspoke. Harrisburg only shot 26% in the first half, which is even worse than Carterville's 37. But, I think for Carterville, they're going to have to push the ball a little bit more in the when they set up their offense. Let Hawkins drive, either kick it out or take those 10 to 12-foot jumpers.
We're going to go on and take another break here on our Bank of Heron halftime report. Lions and the Bulldogs, they're tied at 24 here on News Radio WJPF.
Chief.
How you doing, bud?
Good.
Staying out of trouble?
Trying.
Well, that's all we can do.
Yep.
So is that where he's going?
Think so.
Think so.
We'll find out at the end of the month what kind of money he gets. We got accepted into school. Then 2 weeks ago we went down and he did his audition for the School of Music. We found out last week he got accepted into that. Now the end of the month we'll find out what kind of money.
Better there than Alabama.
It was so cool.
We're at the half here at Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson alongside, tied at 24 as the Lions and the Bulldogs. The final regular season game here for the Lions here at Carterville High School on the year next Thursday, or coming up Thursday, not next Thursday, but day after tomorrow will be the final regular season game, and it's a road game at Pinckneyville. And there was a lot of anticipation for this final game against Pinckneyville because we thought that the Lions and the Panthers were going to be playing for the outright championship. But this weekend, Nashville knocks off Pinckneyville this weekend, and that gave the Lions the outright championship. And in this game Thursday night doesn't really matter. It's a bragging rights game more so, and you would like to finish out the conference year undefeated. So there is a lot to play for the Carterville Lions. As then Wednesday, the Lions will be playing their first postseason game. They got a first round bye, and they are actually going to be awaiting the winner of this Harrisburg Bulldog team as they take on El Dorado Eagles. They'll be playing on Saturday night in the play-in game. And so the Lions will face the winner of that game, either El Dorado or Harrisburg, and that'll be next Wednesday at Harrisburg is where that regional site, that game is going to be played. And that is looking forward to it. It's hard to believe that the regular season is virtually complete here after Thursday, and then we get into the postseason. As we mentioned, SIU a winner tonight over Valpo. They won that game 66-62, big road win for the Salukis tonight. And they are going to be home on Sunday. That should be a lot of fun. Should see a big crowd there at Banterra Center coming up on Saturday. 24-24 is our score. We're going to go on and wrap up our Bank of Heron halftime show when we come back. Second half action is next on News Radio WJPF. Okay. Hey, everybody online, good evening to you. Welcome back to Carterville High School. Happy Valentine's Day to you and to yours. Hey, Scott, we haven't talked about this at all, but you know the Carterville Lions are going to be playing the Muscuda baseball team at Busch Stadium.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, and it's coming up on Saturday, May 13th. Now, they're doing a fundraiser. They are selling tickets to the Cardinals Blue Jays game. This is going to be April 1st. It's a 1:15 first pitch, and it's the Molina Pujols bobblehead game, the opening weekend series, and tickets are being sold. Face value is $47 per ticket. They're being sold for $30 per ticket. You can save $17 per ticket, and that money is going to help pay for this trip. They have to sell 800 tickets in order to play this game at Busch Stadium against Muscuda. If you would like more information, contact Nathan Biddle. You can email him at nbiddle@cartervilleschools.org. That is a great thing. I can get my tickets ordered. I know you need to order some tickets. We're going to go up there and watch the Cardinals Blue Jays get a bobblehead and then go watch our Lions play baseball at Busch Stadium.
That'd be pretty cool. You get to see one of the best young players in baseball, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Blake Murphy starts things off for the Carterville Lions here in the second half with a 3 from the left wing. He's got 12 points in the game already, and Carterville's picked up the backcourt pressure here on Harrisburg's first possession of the second half. Floater with the right hand from Andy, high off the glass, bounces around a couple of times. Rebound by Nate Lawrence, and Nate gets the bucket to fall and will go to the line to shoot 2. Or
again,
the and one.
Another second chance opportunity for Harrisburg. Andy misses a floater in the lane, and somehow Lawrence comes up with a rebound in between two Carterville Lions.
Caden Hawkins picked up the foul on Nate Lawrence, and his and one is good.
So much for that three-point lead.
5 now for Lawrence, tied at 27. 7:15 just underway here in the third quarter. Berkey over to Caden Hawkins. He's in the corner right, dribbles out, leaves it for Lustenberger, finds his way into the lane, dishes it to Berkey. 3 from the left corner, good! Blake Berkey is feeling it tonight. He's got 3 3-pointers, 15 total, and Carterville's up 3, 30-27.
His offensive game has really picked up the last 2 games, and I should say 3, counting this one.
Fehrenbacher, 3, corner right, no good. Ball is rebounded by Caden Hawkins. Hawk into the front court, finds Biddle. He drives inside, off the block, pulls up the dribble. Now it's to Berkey. Berkey dribbles around, finds a lane down the baseline, dishes it, winds up with Lusty left wing. His 3 no good, and Fehrenbacher the rebound for Harrisburg. They bring it the other way. Andy bumps into the defender. Hawkins leaves it for Unthank. He misses the bunny. Vanderzil the rebound for Carterville. Carterville up 3, 30-27. Just over 6 remaining in the third quarter. Bounce pass to Vanderzil. Now it's Biddle. They skip it over to the left side. That's Berkey. Berkey dribbles, hands it to Lusty. He spins, pulls up, finds Peyton Biddle, right side. 3, no good. Put back up and rolls off for Hawkins, but he gets the rebound. Ball stripped out, winds up with Adam Vanderzil. Now 3 from Lustenberger. He can't cash that in. And a foul called on Carterville.
Carterville hit their first 2 shots of this third quarter, both 3s by Berkey. And then they've gone cold again, 0 for 4 from the field.
Adam Vanderzil picked up that foul. Unthink has it for the Bulldogs. Now he throws it to Fehrenbacher. Fehrenbacher directing traffic. Lustenberger on him defensively. Now it's to Crank. Crank feeds down low Lawrence, and the ball slapped out of his hands by Blake Berkey. They say it was off of Burke, and it's going to stay with Harrisburg.
What a defensive play by Berkey. Those quick hands to get in there. I mean, that was a sure layup.
Yes, it was.
And we've got a charge.
And Coach Fehrenbacher flings around, and he's going to sub out.
Yeah, that's Lawrence who just shoved, I think it was Caden Hawkins, right in the chest. And the official on the far side was the one that saw it.
That's 3 on Lawrence, so he comes to the bench. Carterville has the 3-point lead and the basketball. 5:25 remaining. Caden Hawkins to Lustenberger. Lusty up high, hasn't dribbled yet. Finds Hawkins, head baked by Caden. Spin move inside the paint, puts it up. It just rims off, no good. Vanderzeel the rebound, back to Hawkins. 3 straight away, good. Caden Hawkins says, finally. 5 now for Caden. And Carterville's up 6, 33-27. It's Crank, he's gonna pull up 3 straight ahead, and that's good. And a timeout is called. 5 in the game for Miles Crank. The timeout is called by the Harrisburg Bulldogs. It's a 30. We'll be back here on News Radio WJPF. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, IBEW Local 702, supporter of Lions sports, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. Lions up 3, it's 33-30.
Yeah, we've got a good game here, and I think so far, Dave, Harrisburg has realized that they can play with this Carterville team, so advantage Harrisburg going into next week if these two teams have to play each other at the regional.
Harrisburg will face El Dorado coming up Saturday. That's the play, and again, backdoor lob for Blake Berkey from Cade Lustenberger. Boy, Weiss finish again. 17 in the game for Blake Berkey on his senior night.
What a game by Berkey, but what a great pass from Lustenberger from out high.
35-30, Lions up 5. Blake Berkey averages about 6 points a game. He's got 17 here tonight on his senior night. In the paint, unthinked shot blocked by Vanderzeel, the senior. Goes out of bounds off of Harrisburg, and the turnover gives it back to the Carterville Lions.
Great job by Vanderzeel to just go straight up. Didn't come down, just straight up, blocked Unthinked shot. And I don't think Unthink thought that Vanderzeel could do that.
So is that the first Harrisburg turnover this half?
I got him for 2.
Okay, I knew I missed one, I thought, in there. Lions with it, though. Lusty up top, bounce pass to Vanderzeel. Now it's like Hawkins, Little Hawk, ball slapped away, turnover on Caden. Here they come, Bulldogs the other way. Fehrenbacher feeds it in the paint. Andy gets the runner with the right hand. 8 now for Cameron Andy. He leads the Harrisburg Bulldogs in scoring, and it's 35-32 Carterville. Biddle kicked the basketball, back-to-back turnovers by the Lions. Outlet pass the other way. Crank walked with it. No call. Gets it put back. Can't get that to fall. And Cade Lustenberger gets the board, slows the pace.
Well, that's a missed opportunity for Harrisburg. Crank missed not 1 but 2 shots right at the rim.
Jumper from about 15 from Lustenberger, bounces all over the rim, finally falls in. 6 now for Cade. Carterville's up 5, 37-32, 3:10 remaining in the third. Here's Crank at the logo at midcourt. Carterville showing a little bit of zone.
Yep, going zone on him.
Here, right side, Fehrenbacher's 15-footer, no good. Unthink the rebound, misses another bunny. It goes out of bounds off of Carterville. I don't know how many shots he's missed tonight, but he's missed a bunch in the paint.
Yeah, he doesn't have that touch around the rim, but thank goodness, because if he did,
be down 10.
He'd already have a double-double.
Andrew Unthink, he's a monster on the boards. Thankfully, he hadn't been able to finish the three from the corner for Fehrenbacher's no good. And into the game, getting fouled is Owen Rand. Owen is going to go to the line to shoot two.
Now they've got 4 offensive rebounds, talking about Harrisburg here in the third. That was a case where Rand just outworked Lustenberger for the ball.
And the foul was called on Berkey. Rand hits the free throw. Owen is a 6'3" sophomore. Where's number 30? His second free throw. Rims out. So Lions get the rebound. 37-33, the 4-point lead for Carterville. Hawkins round the top. Jumper from 15, good for Caden Hawkins.
Well, Carterville's hit their last 4 shots from the field. Harrisburg has missed their last 5.
Caden's starting to feel it now. He's got 7 in the game. He hit for 37, forces the turnover in the backcourt the other way. Biddle has it, and he is going to go to the line to shoot 2. Peyton Biddle slapped the ball, stole it, drove it, got fouled. As the foul was on Cameron Andy, and that is going to be the first on Andy.
This is the first time Carterville's gone to the free throw line in the second half. Only went there twice in the first half.
Peyton, who averages 12 a game, just hit his first point of the contest, and that's from the line. .222 on the clock. Crank is going to come out. Ross Ryder checks in for him. We're in the third quarter. Lions have the 7-point lead. 40-33, 41-33. 2 for Peyton. Carterville picks up the pressure. Full court press. Barrington seeing his first action of the game. Bringing it across into the front court. They find Ryder. Ryder, the left-hand dribble around the top of the key. Wants to hand it to Andy, finally does. His right-hand dribble to the right side. Biddle and Berkey there, almost a double team. Now, up top, they work it to Owen Rand. Rand, ball slapped away, but he gets it back. Hawkins, tight on him. Cutting, block, jumper, no good from Adrian Mann. And Carterville gets the rebound. It's Caden Hawkins. Minute 35 remaining. Lions are up 41-33. Berkey dishes it to Vanderzil. He dribbles out. Biddle has it on the right wing. Trades places with Adam Vanderzil. Now to Barrington. Free throw line. Pulls out the dribble. Finds Vanderzil. Gets an opening. Dishes it to the corner right. Berkey's 3 from there. Good.
He is as hot as you can get.
He's got 5 threes here in the contest, 20 to lead the Lions. And with a minute 14 remaining, we have a 30-second timeout. Lions are up 11, 44-33 here on News Radio WJPF.
Man.
.44-33, Lions, the biggest lead of the game, 11 points here with a minute 14 remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, Carterville's outscored Harrisburg in the second half, what, 20 to 9?
Yeah, 20 to 9. It was 15-12 Harrisburg at the end of 1. At the half, 24-24. Bulldogs have it, though. They trail by 11. 44-33, under a minute to play. Right side, that is Cameron Andy. He's going to dribble up between the circles. Just pull up 3 straight away. That's a long shot for Cameron Andy. Made it look easy. He's got 11 now, his first 3-pointer. And that makes the score 44-36. 8-point lead. Hawkins, jumper was partially blocked, and a foul is going to be called on Andy.
I'd say Andy's got a quiet 11 points. Carterville's done a very good job of when he gets the ball, they double team him in the front court, and he has to get rid of the ball, force somebody else to try and beat you.
Caden Hawkins hits the first free throw. Of course, Caden very quietly, 1,000 points on Saturday. He finished with 37 in the game. It was points 31 and 32 that gave him the 1,000 in that game. Second free throw, in, out, and back in. 9 now for Caden. Makes it a 10-point ball game, 46-36, 36 seconds remaining here in the third. Outlet pass to Crank, down low, off the glass, and good for Owen Rand.
Well, that's how you beat a press, 2 passes and a shot off the glass.
So Carterville looks like they're going to hold for the final shot as Caden Hawkins switches places to the left side of midcourt. 15-14 on the clock. 46-38, an 8-point lead. 9-8-7 now. Hawkins feeds it to Lustenberger. Head baked by Lusty. Drives the paint. Off the, trying to get the layup, and he got fouled. And I think it's on Andy. Nope, they're going to call it on 22. That's Charlie Fehrenbacher, the first on Fehrenbacher. But Kate Lustenberger, who is 1 for 2 from the line, is at the stripe shooting 2 here with 2 seconds remaining.
Got the first.
7 in the game for Cade. Maddox Crane comes into the game for Adam Vanderzil. Maddox got the start here tonight, the senior, along with Bronk Chastain, who hit a 3 early in the game. Cade's second is good, 8 now for Cade. 2 seconds, 1.
Oh! Carterville stole the ball at midcourt, and Lustenberger just about made it from half court.
Wow. 48-38, Carterville has the 10-point lead as we are heading to the fourth quarter here on News Radio WJPF. Yeah, no kidding. Hey, do we sound okay on your end?
You do. There was a couple of issues with the delay, but it never affected the sound. Right now, it's minimal delay and sound.
So is it sound better than what we were doing with our previous setup on my cell phone?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, the quality is close to a cell phone, but we're not getting any of those pops or anything like that. It's good. It's, you know, that Carterville thing is definitely a higher quality, but if you like that one, that's great. No, I would keep going with this.
Well, I want to get it to where it sounds like the Comrex, and that's what it should sound like. So we got to get to that point. We are heading to the fourth quarter. Carterville holds a 10-point lead, 48-38.
Great shooting quarter by the Lions. 53% from the field, 35% for the Bulldogs. And Carterville had 4 threes in that third quarter. They only had 3 the entire first half.
It was 15-12 Harrisburg at the end of the first quarter, tied at 24 at the half. And here it's 48-38. Lions have the 10-point lead. Senior night here at Carterville. Coming up in our postgame, we're going to have a quick word with our 7 seniors and say goodbye to them. This is the final regular season game here at home, and a foul is called. The bucket's going to count by Andy. Shane Hawkins cannot believe it.
Wow, that was on the floor before Andy even left his feet.
It is.
Whatever.
It's on Carterville, and the free throw from who was
Andy.
Andy, okay.
He got the basket, but
So he's got 13, okay. I'm good now. 48-40. Barrington found an opening, dishes it to the corner. Hawkins has an open 3, no good. Nice job by Maddox Crane slapping the ball out of the hands of Unthank. And the officials say we're going to give it to the Bulldogs. Blake Berkey comes in to replace Maddox Crane. Shane Hawkins raises his arms above his head. Still has the jacket on, which I'm surprised.
I'm shocked.
Right side, Cranks three, no good. And Lawrence gets the rebound for the Bulldogs. They've got another opportunity here. They trail it by 8, 48-40. Fehrenbacher drives, bumps into Hawkins, backs it up. Now it's Crank, right of the circle. Biddle on him defensively. Carterville trying to pick up their 23rd win of the season. Andy up and under the defender, throws it up, can't get it to go. Ball is controlled by the Lions. That's Caden Hawkins with the rebound.
It's what you have to do with Andy. You have to force him to take contested shots, make every shot tough for him.
Lustenberger, ball tipped out of his hands. He did a nice job tipping it to Berkey. Berkey drives, finds Hawkins over on the right side, right wing. Inside the arc, jumper good for Caden Hawkins.
Rattled that one in from about 15.
11 for Caden. Back to a 10-point lead for the Lions, 50-40. 6:25 remaining here in the ball game. Coming up, we're going to have our Ron Ward Chevrolet postgame show. In the paint, Lawrence off the glass, a little bit short. Rebound, tipped out, and a foul called on Peyton Biddle as he popped him pretty good, popped Crank. Peyton just picked up his first foul. That is going to be the 5th team foul now on the Carterville Lions.
Harrisburg just doing an outstanding job of getting second and sometimes third opportunities. They have in the second half 6 offensive rebounds already.
Barrington comes out of the game. Vandershill back in for Shane Hawkins. Andy fights his way into the paint, forces the shot up, got fouled again. And Cade Lustenberger, who wears a wrap on his right ankle, comes up a little gimpy. May have stepped on somebody's foot. Peyton Biddle picked up they call Berkey, that's his 4th. Andy's free throw is good. 14 now for Cameron Andy. He's the leading scorer for the Bulldogs. 2nd off the front of the iron, out of bounds off the Lions. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs.
Yep. You can thank Unthank for that because he went up to try to get the ball, and there was 2 or 3 Lions there, and it went off somebody, and Harrisburg's going to get the ball back.
Good job by Adam Vanderzil on the defense as Bulldogs tried to get it in, and he got a hand in, slapped it off of the Harrisburg player, and Carterville gets it. Berkey found an opening, dishes it around, winds up with Lusty, now to Vanderzil. Lusty takes it from Adam. Crossover between the legs, off the block, off the glass, no good. Battle, ball's tipped out, tipped around, tipped out, tipped around. Vanderzil saves it, but right to Harrisburg. 9-point lead, Lions, 50-41, 5:41 in the game remaining. Unthink bumps down the defender, that was Lustenberger. Lawrence winds up with it to the low block. Back to Unthink, yet the dribble, now he finds Crank. Miles Crank dribbles up top. Biddle picks him up defensively, bounce past to Lawrence at the elbow right. Back to Crank left wing. Looks inside, wants it to get it to Fehrenbacher, but Unthink takes it. Shooter shoots jumper, no good. Fehrenbacher, another board for the Bulldogs. Down low to Unthink, open 3. Crank, no good. Lawrence the rebound, and Carterville comes away, and Lawrence flopped there as he was thinking he was going to pick up the foul on Berkey. But the rebound is picked up off the floor by Berkey. He gets it into the paint, little right-hand floater, no good. And a rebound for the Bulldogs. They are just beating us like a drum on the boards.
Now Carterville one and done offensively, and Harrisburg's oh man.
And the officials are just letting them bump into each other all over. Unthink gets the bucket there. His first field goal of the second half cuts the lead to 7. Lions up 50-43, 4:35 remaining. Lusty to Hawk. Feeds it back to Lusty. Now to Burke. Berkey dribbles out, finds Cade Lustenberger. Now Hawkins. Back to Lusty. Across the free throw line, leaves it for Peyton Biddle. Peyton dribbles out. And Berkey. Now it's Lusty, a 3. Hits it from the right corner. Good patience. Got the open shot. 11 in the game for Cade Lustenberger. That's his second 3. Harrisburg and Carterville's up 10 on the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs just turn it over again.
Yeah, it goes off of Lawrence's leg. That's only the second field goal for Carterville. That's the bad news in the fourth quarter. Good news is Harrisburg only has 2.
But Carterville turns it over on the inbound pass. Andy steals it. Feeds Lawrence. Spins. Right hand. Good.
Nice move.
7 for Nate Lawrence. 53-45. 3:40 remaining here in the game.
This is a preview of what we might see Wednesday night, Mr. McKenzie.
If Harrisburg can knock off El Dorado Saturday night, these two teams will play again next Wednesday. Lusty gets fouled as he gets into the paint, and Nate Lawrence just picked up foul number 4. 53-45. Since it was a shooting foul, Cade is going to be shooting 2. He is 3 for 4 from the stripe here tonight. First one is good. He's got a dozen now. Yeah, if Harrisburg knocks off El Dorado Saturday night, we're going to make the trip to Harrisburg to face the Bulldogs in Carterville. The number 2 seed gets a first-round bye.
That game between El Dorado and Harrisburg will be this Saturday night.
Good for Cade Lustenberger. 13 now for Lusting. Pushes the lead back to 10. 10-point lead at the end of 3, 48-38. It's 55-45 now. 3:20 remaining in the game. Andy, baseline drive, reverses and stepped out of bounds, or no, they're going to say a foul on Caden Hawkins.
Well, nice move by Andy on Hawkins. Caught him flat-footed, went baseline. And boy, this Andy kid is really, really good.
He is 1 for 3 from the line tonight. And he hits the first here. That's 15 points. He's the only Bulldog player in double digits with 15. Next nearest scorer is Andrew Unthink with 8. Second from Andy is short, and Barrington fights his way for the rebound. He's going to take it into the front court himself. Off the glass, the right-hand runner, the bucket, and the foul. That's a big drive right there from Drew Barrington.
That's a big basket by Barrington. Just goes inside and gets it off the glass and draws the foul.
Charlie Fehrenbacher picked up the foul. Drew, who averages just over 2, has 3. He's above average here tonight. 3 for Drew.
Well, Dave, we're above average too most nights.
Mr. Average sitting in those seats below us down there. Fehrenbacher battles his way, gets a easy bucket off the glass for the Bulldogs. His first field goal here in the second half. He's got 8 total points. 10-point lead, 58-48. Hawkins to Barrington. Barrington dishes it to the corner. Vanderzeel thought about shooting, brings it back up top. Lusty has it there. Now to Biddle. Right of the circle for Payton. Looks inside, gets it to Hawkins. He's left of the circle. Now Vandy comes way out top. Left side. Lusty to Biddle. Carterville's running clock here. Trying to get the pass down low to Vanderzeel. Waits on the defender. Oh, he missed the layup, but Cade Lustenberger's there for the putback. Cade with 15. The other way, it is Ross Ryder. 4 for Ryder.
Harrisburg beats the Lions down the floor.
60-50. Carterville the 10-point lead. Hawkins dribbling around. 2 minutes exactly. Down low. Vanderzeel the layup on the feed from Caden Hawkins, and a timeout is called, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout called by Coach Shane Hawkins. Minute 56 remaining in the game. Lions up 12, 62-50 here on News Radio WJPF. Pretty good ball game here at Carterville. Senior night, the last regular season game here at home. 62-50, a minute 56 remaining.
Now Carterville's had a good second half. They're still giving up too many second chance opportunities to Harrisburg on the offensive boards, but Carterville shot the ball a lot better in the second half.
Here come the Bulldogs into the front court. Crank to is Fehrenbacher. His three's no good. Rebound. Andy had the ball slapped out of his hands. Nice job by Adam Vanderzeel. Turnover, Bulldogs. The Lions the other way. Peyton dribbles out. Hands it to Cade Lustenberger. 90 seconds remaining in the game. 62-50, the 12-point lead. Berkey. Carterville wants to run as much clock as they can. Force the Bulldogs to foul him. Hawkins dishes, ball tipped, almost saved by Crank as he went diving out of bounds. The ball was off of Crank, and it's going to stay with the Lions. So coming in, Crank is going to check out. Lawrence is going to check out for Coach Andy Fehrenbacher. Carmelo Downey is in the game. And a foul called on Cameron Andy. That's going to be 3 on Andy. He's a good ball player.
He's a very good ball player, and I know Harrisburg wishes he wasn't a senior. He's a very good ball player, and
he's a junior. I got him.
Andy is a, yeah, I'm sorry, he is a junior.
That's what I thought.
Well, okay, I looked at it wrong. So they will have him back next year, and he'll be one of the.
Was that good?
Yes.
Okay.
He'll be one of the top players in Southern Illinois next year.
Here's the second from Peyton. 4 in the game for Peyton, all from the stripe. 4 for 4. 14-point lead, 70 seconds remaining. Andy's 3, air ball, out of bounds, Carterville basketball.
You know, Dave, Carterville's going to win this game going away, but that score's not indicative of how this game was tonight. I mean, this was a game that was tied at half. Carterville kind of extended the lead a little bit in the third quarter, but it seemed like Harrisburg, you'd look up, they'd only be down by 7 or maybe 8. And Carterville's done a very good job from the free throw line tonight in the second half. I'll tell you how good. 11 of 11 from the free throw line second half.
Let me tap into your prognostication skills, okay? Harrisburg knocks off El Dorado. What is a home postseason game worth points-wise for the Bulldogs? How many points would you say it's worth? Is it a 5-point?
I'd say anywhere from 5 to 6. You know, you're playing on your home floor. So, yeah, I'd say it's anywhere from 5 to 6. Now, they've got to get by El Dorado first. That's a pretty good El Dorado team.
It is.
That'll be a good battle. So, we'll see. But, you know, Carterville proved tonight in the second half they're the better team.
Lawrence Greer's in the game. Brandon Skelcher, Maddox Crane, also Josh Waller, and Colton Hawkins. No, excuse me, Brock Chastain, who had a 3. He got the start tonight. Left-hand runner's no good by Waller. And with 44 seconds left, Bulldogs have it in the front court. Over, they try to feed it. Jumper from about 12 is good from 23, Adrian Mann.
Reverse layup by Crane.
2 for Maddox.
Oh.
He's got his average as he hits the floor to the other end. 16-15 remaining. Carterville will improve to 23 wins on the season. Harrisburg and a foul as Greer went in hard.
If you're going to foul somebody, that's the way to do it.
That's exactly
You don't
right.
want them to score. You're not trying to hurt the guy, but make sure that they're not going to get that ball to go in.
Reed Ryder is at the line shooting 2. And he hits the first. So Carterville going to pick up their 23rd win on the year, 23-6. Second is good. 2 for Reed Ryder. 3, 2, 1, 66. I can't believe we did that. 66, 44, 54 rather. 66, 54, the 12-point win for the Carterville Lions against the Harrisburg Bulldogs. Stay with us. Our Ron Ward Chevrolet post-game show is coming up next here on News Radio WJPF. Yeah, no, we can go 90, 60, 60. That's fine. No, he'll come up for a minute. On senior night, the Carterville Lions pick up the win here this evening over the Harrisburg Bulldogs. 66-54 the final score. Carterville now 23-6 on the season. The Harrisburg Bulldogs are 11-16 on the year. And you always want to win those senior night games here at home, and Carterville did, and the seniors did well here this evening when you look at the scoring.
Yeah, they did very well, especially Blake Berkey. This is 3 games now. He's had the hat trick, in my opinion. 3 straight games. He's done very well offensively, defensively, rebounding. He's just done an outstanding job. For the game, Carterville, 44% from the field. You have to remember they were 37% from the field in the first half, so they shot the ball much better. Matter of fact, in the second half they were 13 of 25 from the field, had 5 3-pointers in that second half. Harrisburg only shot 32% for the game. Harrisburg 10 of 18 from the free throw line. Here is a big key in Carterville's win. Carterville was 12 of 13 from the free throw line, and in the second half they were 11 of 11. That's how you put teams away. Rebounding, well, it wasn't even a contest. Harrisburg 42 rebounds to 23 for Carterville.
Wow.
Carterville led in rebounding by Hawkins with 8. For Harrisburg, Unthink led them with 12. Carterville with only 4 turnovers in the game. Harrisburg with 12 turnovers, 7 of those coming in the second half.
Looking at the scoring, we'll start with the Harrisburg Bulldogs to start. They were led by the 15 this evening from Cameron Andy, the junior, the leading scorer and the only player from Harrisburg in double digits. With 8 is Andrew Unthink. Lions did a good job on him. He had 6 first half points. He finishes with just 8. He had 1 field goal in the second. Nate Lawrence with 7. Owen Rand with 3. Adrian Mann with 2. Charlie Fehrenbacher did a good job on him too. He had 2 threes in the first half. He finishes with 1 field goal in the second, finishes with 8. Ross Ryder with 4, Reed Ryder with 2, Miles Crank with 5, and as we mentioned, Cameron Andy, double digits for the Bulldogs. They score 54 points here this evening. Carterville Lions led by the 20 from Blake Berkey, Cade Lustenberger with 15, Caden Hawkins with 11. Adam Vanderzeel, good game tonight. He finishes with 8. Let's see here. Where did we go? Drew Barrington has 3. Peyton finished 4 for 4 from the line with 4 points. Brock Chastain, senior, gets the start tonight. And he gets a 3-pointer to boot. 3 for Brock. Maddox Crane, 2 points tonight. Carterville scores 66 points. You know, they come into the game averaging 60 a game, hit for 66. They average allowing just 46 points a game. They gave up 54. So numbers played out the way you kind of thought they would.
Yeah, and Berkey was the offensive guy that gave Carterville a spark when they most needed it. They had maybe missed 2, 3, 4 shots in a row, and Berkey would come up and hit a big 3. Played very good defense. You know, Vanderzeel's kind of the unsung hero on this team. plays great defense, very good on the boards. You know, he passes very well. You know, and there's times where Vanderzeel is almost forgotten by the other team. They just leave him alone on the baseline, and when you guys got guys like Lustenberg and Hawkins who have great vision, they'll see him down underneath, and he'll get some easy baskets from time to time. So I think with Coach Hawkins, when you look at this game, you're happy you won. You won by 12. You had a great second half, but between now and next Wednesday, you got to clean up the rebounds. You cannot give Harrisburg that many. I had then. This is unofficial. 19 offensive rebounds.
Wow.
I mean, and you still won by 12.
Yeah.
So imagine what you could have won by if you not get. I mean, that is 19 extra shots at the basket you're giving a team, and you still won by 12.
66-54, the final score. Hey, Carterville plays Thursday night, Scott. We're going to hit the road. We're going to go to Perry County, wrap up the regular season against the Panthers. So, you know, just a week ago, we thought this was going to be a big game, that Lions were going to be fighting for the conference championship. But, you know, for the first time in school history, Carterville is the outright champion of the River to River Conference on the Mississippi side, because Nashville Hornets did us a big favor and knocked off the Panthers this weekend.
Yeah, we knew coming in that was going to be a big game for both Nashville and Pinckneyville. Those two teams, you know, it's like Marion and Heron, you know, Carterville and you know, DuQuoin. I mean, that's a rivalry game with those two teams, and Nashville did Carterville a favor and knocked Pinckneyville off. Now, how big a game is it for both Pinckneyville and Carterville mentally? How bad do you want to win that game if you're Carterville? Do you want to say, you know what, we went out and we won the conference because we beat everybody. We went undefeated in the conference. Does Pinckneyville say, hey, you know, we need to get back on the winning track with the regionals coming up? You know, we want to start a winning streak. So I'm interested to see how the coaches, you know, approach the game, how they use their personnel throughout the game, because Carterville, after that game, will have about, let's see, that would be 6 days rest,
yeah,
which I think is what this team needs right now. So it'll be interesting to see how that game is played Thursday night up at Pinckneyville.
We're going to go on and take a break here on our Ron Ward Chevrolet postgame show. The seniors and the head coach are making their way to our location. We'll be back in 60 here on News Radio WJPF. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that.
Is Coach with him? If he is, we should just go ahead and get all the way out here.
Okay, go ahead and get out. We've got them all right here. They're making their way up here.
No, we didn't get any of that. No, Ronald Murfreesboro played tonight.
Did they play? We haven't gotten any scores from anybody other than SIU.
Murfreesboro played Wayne City.
Maybe not. They didn't have conference games.
Yeah, Heron doesn't play till Thursday night against Harrisburg, I think.
Everybody plays Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, their schedule the last 2 weeks has been crazy. They've had Massac.
What's that, boss? Okay.
Kate, they're doing pictures and stuff down there.
Carterville Lions, they are now 23-6 on the season after the 66-54 12-point win over the Harrisburg Bulldogs senior night here at Carterville High School. Coach Shane Hawkins joining us on a Ron Ward Chevrolet postgame show. First off, congratulations. It's a big deal when you win your senior night games, and they responded.
Yeah, it is. And with all the pomp and circumstance that you go on before the game, and try to start your guys that haven't started or don't start very much, and let them play a little bit and kind of enjoy that. And it's just kind of one of those. It's kind of one of those nights, and our guys will remember that for the rest of their lives. And we were talking about the 4 things you remember. Of course, Berkey pops up. He goes, "I've only got to remember 3 because I had my career high on my senior night." So he's already eliminated that. He can wrap that up in
always
one.
taking the shortcut, isn't he?
Yeah,
always taking the shortcut.
But you know what? He's played tremendous. Probably about the last 3 weeks. And I told him that when he got off the floor. I said, you know what? It's not that he wasn't playing hard early, because he always plays hard, but I think he's taken it to another level. And when he took it to that next step, he got a lot better offensively too.
Yeah.
If you can't go back and look, and again, he's always been good defensively, and he's always battled and played hard. But man, I'm telling you, something clicked after the Superman, and you get to see him. I mean, he's engaged on every possession. He understands. He knows what's going on, man, and he's really good. And he's been rewarded by making shots now. He's shot the ball really well, and I couldn't be happier for him.
Finished with 20 tonight, by the way.
Okay, so he's tied his career high, because I think he had 20 at Redbud last year in the season opener.
Okay. Well, Coach, senior night, obviously, a lot of coaches don't get to experience what you have. You've already experienced it twice. You'll experience it again in a few years. But what's it like as a coach to experience senior night when you have a son on the team?
Yeah, it's different. It's really different. And I try not to, in my own mind, make a big deal that you're coaching your son. Because it's practice time and it's game time. They're all players. It's not my son, or it's not.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, it's not my guys that I've helped coach since 2nd or 3rd grade. It's our team. It's the guys who are on the floor, and they're accountable for what they do or don't do. And but to be able to coach your son and go home and kind of experience his highs and lows, it's really cool. And it's hard. It's really hard to coach your son, and it's hard from the fact that there's always people talking. There's always outside noise. Well, the only reason he plays is because he's the coach's kid. You hear that all the time, or he gets to do this or gets to do that. And, what we've tried to do is go on like it's, this is a game or this is a practice. And, but it's special. It's special when your kid has success, and no matter what it is. And obviously I've been able to enjoy a lot of his successes on the basketball floor the last 4 years.
Coach, let's look ahead to Thursday. We're going to make the road trip to Pinckneyville, the final game of the regular season. The house that Shane built there, Dick Korn Gym. Your thoughts as we're looking at this last game, the regular season game?
You want to go in, and you want to keep. We got pretty good momentum here. That we played pretty well last week, and we were okay tonight, but we've won 3 in a row. And you want to take that next step to kind of hopefully springboard you into next week into the regional. And we know the conference is over, but man, there's something about just going in and finishing the job. And they're really good. They're really good. They're even better at home. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge for us to go on the road, as it is to play conference games in this league, as we know. And Thursday night will be no different. So we'll prepare tomorrow like we would prepare for any game, and then when we're done on Thursday night, we'll start turning our eyes to next Wednesday.
And Coach, back to this game tonight, very similar to the Vandalia game Saturday, where you really took control of that game in the 3rd quarter. You took control of this game in the 3rd quarter, shot the ball much better in the 2nd half than you did the 1st half. I guess the one thing that you're probably maybe a little concerned about if you have to play them again next Wednesday, they got a lot of offensive rebounds tonight.
Yeah, we didn't have very good flow offensively the 1st half. And again, you've got different guys up there. And the other part of that is we're trying not to run a whole lot because we may see them in 8 days. So we're not trying to run a whole lot. We don't want them to see some stuff and try to prepare for it. but when our offense got better, we made shots. When we got better movement there in the second half, we made more shots, and that was we've experienced that a couple times throughout the year where we've lost games, and a lot of times it's not because of our defense, it's because our offense has not had any flow. We've had bad shots or tough shots that have led to breaks the other way, and people are shooting layups. So it's kind of that. It's the offense that helps our defense a lot, and we were not very good offensively the first half. We were not very good defensively. I thought our first shot defense was pretty good. I thought we did a pretty good job of challenging first shots and getting stops on the first shot, but they just crushed us on the glass. Unthink is just a big old body, and we don't have that matchup for him. And he pushed us under. I think he had 7 offensive rebounds the first half. We did a better job on him the second half, but they've got guys who can score it. Andy's as good a player as there is in Southern Illinois, and Crank can score it. Fehrenbacher's got length and got some strength, and then you throw a big wide body down there and at the rim, and man, it causes a lot of problems for you.
66-54, the final score. Coach, we're going to talk with the 7 seniors briefly.
You better hold on. You just don't tell them what you'll hear here.
What do you have anything you want to say about these 7 guys?
You know what? I'm so proud of them. The opportunity I've had since the 2nd or 3rd grade and coached them all the way through, and just to see their growth. To have seven seniors is a lot. 7 seniors is a lot to have. Usually you make it with 4 or 5. We had 3 last year. So to have that many guys make it through 4 years of high school, that part's pretty special. And just having the opportunity to spend every day with them for an hour and a half or 2 hours in practice, and being on the bus with them and being in games. And, it's, you say coaches don't have favorites, but this would be one of my favorites. I won't necessarily be at the top, but it's there. It's one of my favorite groups just because I've had relationships with them since they were 5 or 6 years old. And that's different. A lot of times coaches don't have that relationship with guys. And so that's what makes it special. And I enjoy having them, being able to share their successes with them.
Thanks, Coach. 66-54 the win. Congratulations. We'll see you in Pinckneyville Thursday.
All right, thank you.
Shane Hawkins joining us here on our Ron Ward Chevrolet post-game show. We want to get a couple of words with our seniors here real quick. Cade Lustenberger, the first one to step in. Dude, here, you can have that. Congratulations, man.
Thanks,
Big win tonight.
Yes, sir.
You finished with 15. Senior night, your thoughts when you were coming into the game?
Man, I didn't really realize it at first, but I feel like I kind of took it for granted. I came out here and I didn't really realize this was my last time playing here with my guys. And we've been playing since, we could walk, and we've been all together since, 1st grade. And it's kind of sad to think about that it's came to an end, but we've got a lot to look forward to.
And Cade, you mentioned that you've played with these guys for a long time. You know each other's tendencies. You know what everybody can do. And you've had success at every level with these guys.
Yep.
That has to mean a lot when you step on the floor that you know how to win ball games.
Yes, sir. Going back to 8th grade, we won the state championship. And actually, Harrisburg was one of the 3 teams that beat us that year. And I just think it all goes back to when we step on the floor together, us 5, and we know we can beat whoever's on the other side. It's a confidence thing. It's not a cocky thing, but we just know we can beat them if we come together as a group.
Yeah.
Cade, it's been a lot of fun to watch your high school career.
Thank you.
And where are you going next? What's the next level?
I'm done with basketball
Are
after
you?
high school. Yeah, I think I'm going to Mizzou to continue and get a business management degree.
That a boy.
Yes,
Smart
sir.
move.
Yes,
It's
sir.
been
There you
fun,
go.
buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you
Good
for
job,
all
buddy.
the moments. Cade Lustenberger, one of our 7 seniors here tonight. He finishes with 15 on the game. Blake Berkey be the man tonight.
What's up? What's up?
Blake finishes with 20 tonight. Man, the last 2 to 3 weeks for you. Seems like there was like a switch that came on where you're kind of taking over games, where your confidence is sky high. You're scoring points. You're playing defense like you always have, but it's like it's gone to a different level for you.
Yeah, I just a few weeks back, I just realized how much I love the game, and just like how fast it's gone. And I don't want to take this for granted. So I just told myself, why not just go out there and have fun, play with my guys. I love being out there with all of them. And they keep me on my toes, you know. They keep me hyped up. And when I'm shooting like I was tonight, they're all there for me, you know, give me high fives and stuff, and it makes the game a lot of fun. So
yeah, Blake, you've the last 3 games, your offense has just been outstanding. You've been great defensively all year, great rebounding. You normally get the number 1 guy offensively for the other team to guard. That's how much confidence Coach Hawkins has in you. But look at what you've done on the court and on the football field just the last couple of years. Not many kids can say they've won as many games in football and in basketball as you have, and you're a big reason why this team's successful and why the football team was successful.
Yeah, I couldn't do it without my guys. Every day they keep me motivated, and yeah, my family too. They just always pick me up, and they just remind me of how special the gift God's given me, you know, the abilities that God's given me, and not to take it for granted. And I think that's why it's a big part of why I got into sports and all that. And you know, I just love this friend group, and yeah, I couldn't do it without them. So I don't like taking the credit for that stuff, but
we'll give you credit for it.
Blake Berkey joining us here. What's next for you, pals? After where are you heading?
Oh, you know, I bounce back a lot, back and forth between a few things, but I think I'm gonna go and start doing real estate with my dad. You know, flipping properties, something blue collar where I can work with my hands outside. I'm not big in the classroom, but you know, I like learning. But
well,
I don't know. So
that's awesome, man. Hey, thank you for all the excitement you've provided to Scott and I and Carterville fans the last 4 years on the competition field. It's been a lot of fun, and we got a lot of work left still here this season for basketball.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Thank you for what you guys do.
Blake Berkey joining us here.
Good luck.
Yep. And he finishes with 20 tonight to lead the Carterville Lions, Adam Vanderzil.
Hello.
How are you, man?
Doing good.
Congratulations. Senior night for you.
Yeah, big night.
What was your thoughts coming in?
Have fun, really, to be honest. I mean, I just wanted to, this is my last time playing in here. I just wanted to have fun with the group of boys I've been playing with since I was 4. So.
Yeah, and Adam, I think the thing that I really enjoy about watching you play is you know your role on this team. You know you're supposed to rebound, play good defense, and chip in points whenever you can. And tonight you did that on both ends of the floor. And I really think that, you know, you're one of the hardest workers on the team. And you may not be in the box score like a lot of the other guys are, but what you do is crucial to this team winning.
Yeah, like I said, we've been playing together so long. I know what I do, and I really enjoy it. I like the role that I play on this team. I've accepted it forever. It's what I do the best. And we obviously can't even have someone else to go out and score 20. We don't have enough attempts. So that's why I'm happy where I am.
And smart enough to realize it.
Yeah,
I love that.
A lot of kids try to do things that they're not asked to do.
Yeah.
And Adam's a perfect example of a kid who just goes out, works hard, does what he's asked to do, and is crucial to a team's winning game.
Tonight you finished with 8 points in the game on senior night. So what's up with Adam after this year? What's going on with you? What are your thoughts right now?
I have not yet decided on a college to go to. I want to go a little bit away, maybe like 2 or 3 hours, enough to get a little bit of my own freedom. I haven't decided on a major yet either. I want to go into something with computers though.
Yeah.
I plan on doing engineering with computers.
It just dawned on me, you had 2 very athletic sisters.
Yes. Avery and
Avery,
Madeline.
yeah, and both of them. And
Avery's playing at SIU right now.
Yeah, it's amazing, and it just dawned on me. I hadn't even forgot about your sisters, how good of athletes they were, but just an incredible athletic family, and we appreciate all your efforts on the field and on the court.
Thank you.
Adam Vanderzil, one of our 7 seniors here tonight. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate that. And let's see, who's next? Maddox Crane, Mr. Excitement.
Instant offense.
Instant
offense.
offense.
When he comes off the bench. Oh, yeah.
Hey, senior night, you get the start here this evening, and I know that your favorite place in this gym is parked in one of those corners over there. Usually,
Yes, sir.
I bet you just come in here and sit in a lawn chair
down in that corner and just dream about shots. You don't even have to shoot them. You just dream about them going through.
Yes, sir. Coach Hawk, every time he puts me in, he says go spot up in the corner, and that's what I do best.
You do it well.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What's it been like this year to play with this team, knowing the success this group has had success since 8th grade, knowing that, hey, if we play our game, and you know, there's going to be games where nobody plays their best, you're going to lose, but you know that this group has the talent any night to beat anybody on the floor.
It's awesome. We've always played together since we were little. We've always known we've had the talent to beat anyone any given night. We come out here every time to try and have fun, but at the end of the day, the best way to have fun is to win, and we have all the talent to get that done no matter who we're playing. We've always had it. 8th grade, we won the state championship, and we just come out, have fun, and compete as hard as we can and get the job done. I mean, sometimes it doesn't always work out, but we've been getting it done lately.
Maddox, one of our 7 seniors here tonight. So what's next for Maddox next year? What are you thinking as you stand here right now?
Right now, I think I'm going to go to John A. Logan, get my associate's degree, and then after that, I might go to SIU or McKendree to go bass fish for a few years.
There you go.
Yep.
Get in the boat.
No basketball in my future.
No format. Well,
not quite tall enough.
You've had a good high school career. It's been a lot of fun to shoot, watch you shoot the ball, and just keep chucking, buddy. That's all we can do.
There's still games
we got some
play.
wins out there. Maddox Crane joining us here on our post game, and who we got left? We have Brock Chastain that's joining us. You get the start tonight.
Yes,
you get
sir.
the big tray.
Yep.
That's a good senior night, bud.
Yeah, I mean, it was nerve-wracking, to say the least. I mean, like, being my first start, you know, everyone's telling me to shoot the ball as soon as I get it. And, I mean, it's kind of all in the moment. It kind of just happened to pass me the ball. I didn't even see the defender and let it loose.
That means you were open.
Maybe. I mean,
What's it been like to play with this group since you were in grade school, and the cohesion and just trusting everybody? That has to be special, because a lot of kids don't have the luxury of having played with guys, their friends, as long as you guys have.
Yeah, I mean, I consider them family, honestly. Like, I feel like our team, everyone on it really has this huge bond. The seniors especially have a closer bond than anyone else. We've played Bears basketball together, and I mean, we've played since kindergarten, 5 years old. Like, I feel like it's a bond that can't be broken. It's just like we have team chemistry on the court too.
So what's up for you next year? What are you thinking right now? Where are you going to head?
I mean, I haven't really planned ahead, but I know that I'm going to try to get into SIU. So I'm applying for that. And then after that, probably get into some business and hopefully start a real estate business by next 5 years probably.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Smart call. Brock Chastain gets the start tonight here on senior night. Buddy,
Good job, buddy.
Thanks for everything that you've done. And we appreciate it. It was a lot of fun to watch you tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Lions get the win 66-54. And we got 2 more left. Number 21. And Caden Hawkins. Buddy, first off, congratulations on the win.
Yep,
66-54.
Yeah.
We didn't get to celebrate you Saturday when you get the 1,000 point, but you're not that kind of kid. You don't care. Doesn't seem like you care about that. The win becomes first and foremost, but we're kind of celebrate you here tonight. Congratulations.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, my pops was telling me that he was going to do something before the game. I told him I didn't want to, but he did anyway. So.
Well, you guys have had obviously a lot of success growing up together. You have, in my opinion, you're one of the best, if not the best, guard in Southern Illinois. You know how to break defenses down. What is it like, though? And your dad kind of alluded to this when we were talking to him in the postgame. What's it like to have your dad as the coach? Because he's not only your coach while you're on the floor, but he's your coach on the way home, at home. I mean, how is that relationship?
Yeah, it's definitely something having him in practice. He's always on me a little bit harder than everybody else sometimes. But getting to just be around him, at a young age, I've always been able to pick up the game because I just watched games with him and just learning stuff from him because he was a great player himself. So picking up things from him always made it pretty easy.
Caden, you're averaging 20 a game. I just want to tell you how much fun you've got to play since you were a freshman, and you have just brought a lot of joy to Carterville fans. And to see everything come together, you got past the injuries from a year ago, and to watch you come out here and you're banging 20 points a game, and even on nights when you don't have the touch, it's the other stuff that you do. It's been a lot of fun, man. And we just wanted to say thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah, and there's still some games left to play.
There's still more work to go.
The season's not over, buddy.
Correct.
Just go out there and keep working hard, and maybe, who knows, maybe you'll win a section.
If there was a game you could duplicate it Friday night on the road up there.
Yes,
He had
sir.
36 against Pinckneyville at home. Hopefully he can do that here coming up Thursday night. But, buddy, it's been a lot of fun, and thanks for everything. Caden Hawkins joining us here on our post-game show, the last one. And hardest worker on the field, on the floor. I always said Peyton Biddle, buddy. Congratulations, you get to win tonight.
Appreciate it.
You survived your senior night game.
Yep.
And you get the win. And, man, what a high school career you've had. And we still got a lot of work to do.
Yes, sir.
But what a high school career you've had on football, basketball, baseball. You have turned out to be just a wonderful athlete.
I appreciate that, and I've been really fortunate to play with a lot of good players. My sophomore year, we had a really good basketball, really good baseball team, football team as well. And since I got here, I've been around really good players, and that's pushed me to be better every single day in practice and in games.
Well, Peyton, I think the thing that impresses me about you is somebody your size, how hard you play on the football field, how hard you play on the floor. I mean, you're always going up against somebody bigger than you, whether it's out there or here on the court, and you just continue to make plays all the time. And it's just been fun to watch you play and watch you grow over the years and just continue to battle every night.
It's been that way since I was 4 years old. I've always been the littlest guy on the floor, field, whatever, and you got to find ways to help your team win. And whether or not that's scoring the ball, guarding the other team's point guard, it depends night to night. Like last Friday night, I was shooting it well. Guys got me the ball. I was making shots. Tonight, it wasn't my night. We were getting the ball to Blake, and I was having to find ways to help on the defensive end. And that's what's so good about this team is we've got 5-6 guys night in and night out that can go dominate a game. Like you've seen Blake do it, Cade, like we've all got the potential, and that's what makes us really hard to guard is who's going to be on that night. You never know, and that's why I think this team has a chance to do something down the stretch here.
I would like to see us string together about 3 or 4 games where everybody's on every night, and let's go out there and bust them on the court. But man, it's been a lot of fun. Baseball season, that's your thing, though.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
I know that's your love. You like football, you like basketball, but you love baseball.
Yes, sir. And I'd say more than that, I love competing. That's whether it be football, basketball, baseball, just competition. There's nothing like it. And high school sports, you only get them once, and I've just really tried to make the most out of every chance I've gotten while I've been here.
Well, Peyton Biddle, it's been fun, buddy.
Yeah, it's
Thank
been
you.
fun.
And,
I'm going to try to come out and watch you play baseball
I
this year.
appreciate that. Thank you for everything you guys do.
Yeah,
Hey, we're not done yet, though.
No,
That's right.
we're not.
No.
We got
Games
work
to win.
We
That's
got
right.
work
Thank
to
you,
do.
guys.
Thank you.
That's our 7 seniors, our 7th one, Peyton Biddle, joining us here on our post-game show. We always like to take just a couple minutes and say thanks to them. Wrap us up, buddy.
Well, I tell you, talking to these kids, they are well-spoken. They know what their roles are on the team. They would rather talk about other players than themselves, and that's what makes winning teams. There is no I in team, and I don't think there's any I on this team. I mean, they just as Peyton said, it wasn't his night tonight, but it was Berkey's. You got to get him the ball.
Yeah.
And that it's just so refreshing in this day and age to see kids that want to pull for each, would rather see somebody else have a great night than themselves. And that's why you have winning teams. That's why these kids have been so successful at whatever sport they've played since they were in grade school. And it's just great to talk to them. And I'm just glad that the season's not over, that we still have hopefully a few more games with these kids.
66-54, the final score here tonight. Carterville Lions knock off the Harrisburg Bulldogs senior night, and the last regular season, or the last game of the season here
at Carterville High School for the year. For Brian R. Powell back at the studio, for Scott Hudson, we'll be with you Thursday night, 7:30 pregame from Pinckneyville, the final regular season game. And this is a bragging rights game. You want to beat those Panthers on their home floor. That way you'll be undefeated in conference play. And let's just go take care of business up there on Thursday night.
And go into that with a 4-game winning, go in the postseason with a 4-game winning streak, go with some momentum. And I'll tell you what, we've talked about this all year privately. We've talked about it a little bit on the air. This Carterville team can be dangerous in the postseason. They've got the athletes to do it. They've got the shooters that can do it. If they put it all together, watch out. This team may go a ways.
He's Scott Hudson. I'm Dave McKenzie. Lions win it 66-54. For Brian R. Powell back at the studio. For Scotty, I'm Dave McKenzie. Thank you for listening to Lions Sports and Lions basketball here on your home for Lions Sports News Radio WJPF and on our live stream. Thank you as well. Have a great night and God bless everybody. Thanks, Bub. All right, man. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you.